cease. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet. Tried everything. I guess me and your Honor had to meet. Now I make the blind see. And I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man. They better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. To the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chains. Loyal to the king. You devils can't have me. Bitch, I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. You bitch ain't loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chains. Loyal to the king. You devils can't have me. Bitch, I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame. You bitch ain't loyal to the king. Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Acts 15, start at 25.
Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK, starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we're not affiliated with any Israelite group on the entire planet Earth. And we are located here in St. Louis, Missouri, 5261 Delmar Boulevard, Suite A. And each and every last first each and every first and last Friday of the month, we have a food drive right here at the school, 5261.
Not the food drive, major.
All right.
That's the whole, we ain't doing
Kind.
Read off stuff.
Right. We have the Salaki. We have the major food drive, and the next date will be 5/29, right here, 5261 Delmar, from 1 to 3 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Commander General Howard and the ISUPK St. Louis are going to feed as most people we can right here in St. Louis, Missouri, as we've been doing. And the next date will be the next following month on the 1st, 6/1, on the 1st of next month. And like I said, that's from 1 to 3 p.m., 5261 Delmar Boulevard, from 1 to 3 p.m. Come on through, get some of this good food. You know what I'm saying? The generals, the captains, and the officers have prepared for our people free. You know, anyone can come and get some food. Come on through, and we're gonna get you together. And we also have Sharpen the Sword Radio every Sunday at 11 to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's every Sunday. And you can call in. We have the information on the hottest topics that's going on, COVID-19, you know, everything concerning Israel, our nation. And we got the dumb meme of the week. Sometimes we have multiple dumb memes of the week because there are a lot of dumb memes out here. And you can call in if you want to participate. You got a question, you want to think you know the Bible, you got questions concerning, you need counsel or any of those things, call the show. And it's hosted by Captain the Gog Bar of St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Mighty Man in the Truth. And the call in number is 712-832-8330. And the access pin for Sharpen the Sword Radio, 910-1409. Like I said, we're located right here in St. Louis, Missouri, 5261 Delmar Boulevard, Suite A. If you want to call in tonight, you know you want to get it in, you got some questions, or you just want to listen in, you can call 712-832-8330. And the second number is 605-562-0400. And the participant pin for tonight's class is 825-1636. All right. And check the line for any questions or comments. I'm seeing. You see any over there? All right. Well, we're going to get right on into the topic because this needs to be addressed, you know. These Christian pastors out here are definitely going to perish. They are going to be destroyed. They are going to catch COVID-19. They are going to drop dead. They are going to commit suicide, all because they are filthy, disgusting pieces of crap, you know. And they were just deemed essential by the government. Your president, Donald Trump, he ain't my president. You know what I'm saying? Might be your president, but he ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? Good night. But we got this guy Trump said that the pastors are eccentric. which they were never essential. You know, they were pieces of crap. All they have done is lead our people into a ditch, and instead of um, teaching them to seek life, he's been teaching them to die. He has been selling them out to die. He has been deaf. He has not been their leader. He has been deaf for them. You know, while he wax rich, while he sit back and do all the lustful and despicable things that come to his mind and behind closed doors, and thinking that he's not going to be punished. But guess what? He is going to be punished. And what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to realize is that um, our God is real. He is not a figment of your imagination. He is not someone you can play with.
Right.
He is not someone that you should take lightly. You should second guess the things that you are doing with your life, especially when you heard uh, anything that you were doing from a priest and prophet out of the ISUPK. If you didn't got wind of anything that you have heard us say, or uh, someone told you that we said, you need to do some research, you need to get into classes, you need to get on these machines. You got one in your pocket, you got one in your car, you got one in your TV, you got a Google search in your PlayStation 4. You know what I'm saying? You can type in ISUPK and uh, check out what check on what you heard or what you think you might have heard us say, and you will get the truth. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to this day feel like that they can do what they want to do because they're grown. Do what they want to do because they feel like uh, God is not real. They feel that uh, the Bible is written by a white man. That nonsense. They feel all these different things, but the scriptures comes to the conclusion that it don't matter what you say or what you believe, that you're still going to be punished. You're still going to be held accountable for all the wicked things you do, for all the wicked things you say. You know, it also says that your children will be punished. You know, you say you love your children, you love your children, but when the Bible tell you stop being a wicked bastard and eating shrimp, crab, and lobster and pork, you know what I'm saying? You love you some bacon. You gotta have bacon on. You put bacon on ice cream now. They got bacon candy. They bacon everything. They put bacon in your hair care products and your deodorants. They got bacon in every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
So like,
go ahead.
since you just mentioned that, like, I remember when they first came out with that bacon shake.
Huh.
Like that was that it's. I mean, it don't even mix. Like, I want my food on my plate as my food, and I want my dessert or my snack as my
Right.
dessert. You know what I mean? Not no mixing up. Like, I don't even see how they even came up with that. You know what I'm saying? That combo as if it was something good. You understand? Now, I know that they are just the devil. And they'll do anything. And they eat whatever they want, and then they seduce us to doing it. You understand? They seduce us to eating unlawful things. But it's like when it comes to something that's tasty, but bacon, pork bacon is not even good. It don't even taste good.
Right. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting as hell. It's not even good. The only thing it be is just crispy. You know, black folks like some crispy stuff.
Yeah.
We love something crispy.
Damn
You know
right.
what I mean? Chicken, hot dog, beef, of course, on the grill, burger on the grill. Oh my God, put some black and some crisp on it. Man, be good. But like I said, as far as taste wise, like I don't even. That's not even a combo. I wouldn't even thought of. If I did eat pork, to even say, I wonder what pork and ice cream tastes like. Like that is disgusting, man.
Right.
You know, they did good with the pecans, and walnuts and the cheesecake. What else they put in? Cookie dough.
Man.
You understand? Hey, boy, look here. Cookie dough, boy. I'm telling you, don't bring none of that. If you go.
That's right.
But
That's right.
but bacon, man. I mean, and you ain't. It's everywhere too. You know, I remember when I was at nap time when it just came out. It was something else, bacon something. It was something else they was experimenting with, and it was all over the gas station. It was, you know, the little advertisements everywhere. You know, all on the damn billboards and the signs. I said, man, this this place is hell. I can't wait until I live in a place where everything that gets served is lawful. And there's no abominations going to be served on any plate, in any restaurant, in any house, or any of that. You know what I mean? Man, I cannot wait until we get the kingdom, boy.
Damn right.
That's gonna be beautiful. I seen the truck today. Uh, what is it? I think it's Hyman's meat or something like that. Hyman's meat truck. First thing you see on the side of it is say ham and bacon.
Damn right.
Them the first two advertise ham, bacon, you understand?
Right.
Then all the other homemade sausages, and then it go on from there. But that ham got to be first.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all just to seduce the Lord's chosen people into eating that filth, and then the Lord punishing us, you know, giving us some type of disease or, you know, cancer, or, you know, high blood pressure and all of that. You know, that stuff is greasy, it's salty, it's sloppy. It's not even to be ate. You're not even supposed to consume it at all. It's not even meat, you know, and our people, they got to have it. They got to have it. But you go ahead,
Damn right. You gotta have that. All those abominations. You know what I'm saying? The damn crab leg. That's stinky. You got a question, sis?
Yes. What is the purpose of the pig?
The purpose of the pig?
The purpose of the pig, it's like, y'all. The purpose of the pig is the pig was created to, you know, like waste management and how we pick up the trash now.
Right.
Pigs was waste management. You know what I mean? What pigs do was, and if you look this up, you look back in the day before we had like a trash truck and a dumping system like we have now, they would a farmer, you know, raised pig would have a truckload of them, bring them out to the, you know, the areas where the neighborhood, you know, like street cleaning and all of that. A pig, that's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's the earth's garbage can. The same way that the Lord created the fishes in the waters that like the catfish. They say bottom feeders.
Right.
They eat all of the filth. They keep the water clean. The shrimp keep the water clean. You know, and they're not supposed to be eaten. That's why, first off, the Lord said don't eat certain animals, and that's just what He means. But then second, you know, He told you why not to eat it because it's unclean unto us. You know, so the same way that the catfish and the shrimp cleans the water, keep the waters clean. The pigs, that's the purpose that they serve, to keep. You know, at one point they were keeping the farms and the streets and the area, you know, clean. That's all. It was just the earth's trash can. That's all. You know, go ahead.
So I want to ask another question. So, with that being said, is it okay for our people, if they have land, to have a pig for that purpose?
God, it's not unlawful to have a pig for that purpose. The scripture said you can't eat the swine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't say you couldn't have the swine to clean up the, you know what I'm saying, your farm. You see what I'm saying? So, yes, you can very well do that, you know, and be perfectly lawful. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the scripture, we're not supposed to even touch their flesh.
Right.
We ain't supposed to touch a pig, burn. So if you was to have one, you know, make sure that you got gloves. You know, because you'll be unclean. You know, so like for instance, if a brother or sister works at Snooks or Walmart, you know, and when of course the people come in to buy ham, of course you can't start quoting precepts. You know what I'm saying? Why they shouldn't eat it. You got to chop up. They want 2 pounds you know what I'm saying, of that honey baked ham. You got to chop it up. So you have to make sure you got on gloves, you know, because that will make you unclean dealing with that animal, you know, that pork. But no, it would be lawful for you to have it to clean up, you know what I'm saying, your farm and your yard and stuff like that. You know, me, I don't even want to see one. So what I would do if I had a farm, I'm gonna hire my sons and you know what I'm saying, have some of my family, some brothers and sisters to help keep it clean. The hell with that. I don't even want nobody get, hey man, can we want some pork chop? Yeah, I just had to chop the head off. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, look, put your head on this block real quick.
Right.
Ching. You know what I'm saying? We had to get rid of the cub.
Right.
You know, no, but with all seriousness, you know, it's just unlawful for us to eat. You know, it's even in the scriptures where if you had an animal like that, it died of itself, you know, it's unlawful for us to eat, but you could serve it to the other nations. You could give it to them. You could give it to the heathen. You know, and it's not unlawful to do that. Yep. So they can eat pig all if they want. You know, man, my slaves, if I get slaves in the kingdom, they gonna eat worse than pig.
Kibbles and bits.
Man, I'm telling you. They gonna, I'm gonna have them out there like that African preacher, but they gonna be crawling on the ground, eating up dirt, whatever's in the ground, boy, to eat to get full and get back to work.
Mud cookies.
Oh, definitely. Most that we got to give them a taste of what the tribe of Levi going through over there, man.
Right.
You understand? Our brothers and sisters, little brothers and sisters, losing their goddamn teeth, eating dirt, man, because they don't have no food. Like that's a goddamn shame, man. You know, and it's like, you know, that he just heartless, man. You know, he just like you own. One second, you own it all. You got everything. And you can't even just give these people just like a box of cereal. Like, you know what I mean? Some cookies. I mean, damn, you can go to Dollar Tree and get a whole bunch of packs of cookies for $1. And these people don't even have the heart to just give them some real food.
Yeah.
So they over there starving, man, and they gotta make something. You know, here you controlling all the food, all the every damn thing. These people can't put nothing in the ground and grow nothing. You understand? To even feed the kids, man. And like I said, that's a sad story. They losing their goddamn teeth. Man, paste and a brush don't even do no good. That don't even do no good, man. They put all the dirt in their mouth and they actually make it like it's a cookie.
Yeah.
I sat and watched a whole little documentary about that, man. That was terrible. Go ahead, man.
I just wanted to get in on that. Just imagine all the rich white people around Christmas time. How you see them out with all that money? They so happy, holding hands, walking through all the malls, getting everything they want. You know what I'm saying? Then, could you just picture in your mind them like the Africans over in Africa with the flies on their eyeball? Can you even fathom that thought? They so rich and powerful right now. But just remember that fly on that eyeball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a lot. Don't forget they got their mouth hanging over.
Damn right.
They got about 40 flies.
Damn right. Yeah. Scooping some oatmeal up with their hand.
Mm-hmm. Barely even doing that.
You know.
It's a lot to piggyback on. That's how they choose to live.
Yeah, that's how they choose.
They not impoverished like what they allow their commercial. Would you like to feed the children in Africa? You can feed a child for one whole month for just $2. Now, if you can do that in Africa, why in the hell can't you do that here?
Right.
If you can feed a whole child for just 1 month for $2, your small donation of $2 will be huge and go a very long way. You're going to put so much food on this little African baby's belly. He's going to love it. He's going to be full and fat in no time. Like the commercials used to kill me. And they be sitting there looking all stupid, like with their mouth open. Just staring into the camera, looking all dumb.
Yeah. Salaki.
Go ahead.
Let me give you one more vision. Let me give you one more before I get back on top.
Go ahead.
Them slave shacks. Those rickety roofs. Those little one board wooden shacks in the dead of winter with dirt floors. You didn't have shoes. They didn't give the slaves shoes. You got shoes, you can run away. So why would they give you some shoes? You know what I'm saying? That is the future and the fate of the so-called white man. That's what's going to happen. That's going to be them. You know, and the story I'm going to in the Bible touches right on that scenario, because we used to in our time of trouble, we used to sing songs. You know, we would sing to the Most High. You know, Negro spiritual, slave songs. You know, or songs that the Most High would hear and actually act upon. But right here in the book of Acts is a story where Paul and Silas were in prison, and they sang a song, and the Most High heard their cry, they heard their song, and this is what happened. And this is also at the end of these scriptures, it tells you what you must do to be saved. So I want to start right here at Acts 16, verse 25.
God. Acts chapter 16, verse 25. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God.
They did what?
Sang praises unto God.
Go ahead.
And the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were open, and everyone's bands were loosed.
Stop right there. So these men who were Israelites, they sang to the Most High in their time of need, and the Most High heard their cries and heard their prayers, and he shook the foundations of the prison, and all the shackles came off, and all the doors opened. Keep going.
God, and Salaki, real quick, what you have to remember is that these were not songs sang written by Donnie McClurkin
Right.
and Kirk Franklin and Yolanda Adams and
Right.
They weren't singing them soft sissy songs like that. You understand? Like the songs that David was singing.
Right.
You know, the war songs like Kill My Enemies.
Damn
You
right.
understand? Like the ISPK, we want no cowards in our camp.
Damn right.
You understand? That'll let their colors fly. We want no cowards in our camp, only men prepared to die.
Damn right.
Those the kind of songs they would sing. These cats was hard.
Damn right.
All right. So, you know, when you hear singing praises and songs, they wasn't singing. They wasn't singing Stone by Kurt Franklin. That's not what they were singing. Okay? They were singing some hardcore songs. All right. And the Lord is a man of war, not a man of sissified. And you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, who wants to hear a man's, like, I used to say, and still to this day, when I heard them gospel songs, they gospel music, you know, and they claim that they sing it to the Lord, and it's all about a man touching them and healing them and feeling my body from head to toe. Who's singing that to a man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I think of a man singing, I heard him singing, you know, to a woman. You know what I'm saying? About how good this woman is to him, touching and feeling all over him. Not no Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. The most gangster nigga ever to live. You understand? And you gonna sing songs to him talking about touching me and feeling me all over. Like, come on, man.
Mm-mm.
You know, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. You know what I mean? Like, are you crazy? been dropping the mountain on top of your head ever since you've been sinning and eating that pork. Ever since you've been celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas. Just push it on the side. The little button on the side. Turn the screen off. Yeah. You know what I mean? So come on, man. Yep. So you ready? You ready?
Come.
All right, verse 27. And the keeper of the prison, awaking out of his sleep, and that's just like CO, sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sleep.
All the COs, you
Yeah,
sleep, don't
yeah.
be doing a damn thing. And you be getting, hey, boy, they be in jail doing all kind of stuff on those
Yeah,
COs.
blocks and bars of soap and socks and everything.
Missing and everything else,
Yeah.
escape and all that. And the keeper of the prison, awakened out of his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled.
Right.
Verse 28.
Go ahead.
But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, Do thyself no harm, for we are all here. Verse 29. Then he called for a light and sprang in and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas.
Right. So, this is the prison guard. You know, who's seen all these wonders happen. You know what I'm saying? He got up out of his sleep, and his whole world and flipped upside down. So he knew that the Lord was with these two men. So he went to them on his knees, crying and pleading. And what did he say? Keep going.
Now, and like if I could, he knew that the Romans was gonna kill him.
Yeah, kind.
If they had got out. They weren't trying to hear that. It was raining and thunder and storm and earthquake, and they got out. You know, why you ain't catch them?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why he turned around and was gonna kill himself. Because he knew it was over. You know, like you gonna get fired. You know what I mean? You know, brothers and sisters when they about to get fired.
Yeah.
That's what he knew he was about to be fired and expired.
Yeah, they're gonna hang him.
He knew that. And so he was gonna do himself in. Yep. All right. Verse 30. And brought them out and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved?
To be what?
What must I do to be saved?
Go ahead.
And they said, Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and thou shalt be saved, and thy house.
Right. So the prophets answered this soldier, this man who just had them in prison. You know what I'm saying? Who was about to kill himself because he failed at his job. And they told him how he could be saved. And that answer was to believe in Christ, Lord Jesus Christ, and you shall be saved in your house, meaning your family, you know. But this is the thing. The Christian pastors don't teach this. They don't teach you like the ISUPK does that these were Israelites and their God saved them from this horrible death and imprisonment that they were facing. The pastors don't tell you that these were your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Throughout this book, there are stories of how the Most High saved us, and how a lot of times where the Israelites believed in the Most High and sacrificed themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's stories in here where the Israelites chose death rather than compromise. You know, they died knowing that their God will bring them into a higher state when they was to return right back here on earth. You know what I'm saying? And it's a glorious thing. But I got another story right here before I go into the article. Judah 5:17. This is the story of a heathen king, Judah, in the Apocrypha.
Judas.
Judith.
Judas.
Salakia.
Gotcha.
Right. This is the heathen king and another heathen plotting against the children of Israel. You know, the Apocrypha is uh, pretty powerful. It has a lot of history of what happened to our people. You know, the Christian pastors that are being destroyed right now as I'm speaking uh, do not tell you nothing out of these scriptures. You know, they would like you to not know none of these scriptures. They would like you to know none of these stories so they can stay rich, so they can stay in power over your house. You know what I'm saying? But the scripture right here just said in Acts that you believe on Christ. You know what I'm saying? And you and your house will be saved. Not believing what the pastor conjuring up in his filthy, disgusting, pitiful brain. You know, but right here in Judah 5:17 is another story and something else we need to know that as blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians, that our power is our king. And these pastors and these heathens know this. You know, they know that if we don't know what we're about to read, that we will stay their slaves. Uh, Negroes in America, in the ghettos, in the barrios, in the reservations don't believe that they are actual slaves now. They think they are free. You ask the average, you tell the average uh, person in the world that you're a slave, and the first thing they gonna say, Negro, you trip.
Right.
I ain't no slave. You know what I'm saying? But this scripture right here is going to prove to you that they know you are their slave. Because as long as they keep you down and dumb down, you will stay their slave. You got Judah 5:17.
God.
I'm gonna go down to 18.
Judah chapter 5, verse 17. And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered.
They did what?
Prospered.
Go ahead.
Because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
So right there, it say that when we didn't sin against the Most High, we prospered. You know, we were powerful. We were on top. We were rich. We didn't want for nothing. But now we want for everything, and
God.
we want it from the so-called who? White man. We want what they have instead of what we can do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We want what they have, but no, we don't want what the Most High want to give us. You know, we steady wanting what they have. We envying what they got. They got this, they got that. We want to be like them. And that's just that, you know. But go to the next verse.
God. Verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
They were what?
Destroyed in many battles very sore.
Keep going.
And were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
No, they was taken by those hand in hand Martin Luther King visionaries.
Taken by their enemies.
Right. They were taken by their enemies. You know, hand joining hand. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. But we were taken captives into this land that that's not ours. You know what I'm saying? We have our own land, which is Israel. You know what I'm saying? We are going to be put back in our own land. We are going to take them captives. You know what I'm saying? Because we were theirs. You know, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You can't take a group of people and do all type of atrocious things to them. Anything that came through your beastly mind to these people, chopping fingers and arms off, and extremities. You did all these things. You pull babies out and put them in the ground and kick the head off. See who can kick the head off first. You did all these different things, and thinking that the Most High was not going to punish you, even though you were never given the laws, statutes, and commandments. Like right here, it says that we when we kept them, the Most High He blessed us. He kept us on high. But when we forsook these laws, statutes, and commandments of our forefathers, we were punished. We were put on low. We were put in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? We are in the dirt right now. We're down. We're low. But thanks to the priests and prophets since 1969 and Commanding General Yohana and all the rest of the generals, captains, and officers right now that's got boots on the ground, who can't wait to go to camp, you know, who can't wait to teach these classes, who can't wait to wake up and possibly die for the truth in Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? We are going to get out of this hell. We are going to, like I said, like I always say, we are going to raise the dead. We're going to get people out of drugs. We're going to get the people out of the gangs. We are going to get the men, the black men, the Hispanic men, and the native man, you know what I'm saying, back into his family structure strong. We're going to raise sons and daughters in the way of the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we are going to do until the return of our King Christ. But until then, like I said, boots on the ground in these classes, you know, these so-called debates, you know what I'm saying, that really, you know what I'm saying, we'll never lose. So, you know what I'm saying, come on with it. You know, it even got to the point, so sidebar, it got to the point with these debates right now. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I learn from each one, you know, but you're not gonna win. You know, I already know you're not gonna win. I'm just basically just taking notes on how to destroy you myself. You know what I'm saying? That's all this is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most High in Christ for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but yeah, man, we heard. You know what I'm saying? Zephaniah 2:1 says, "Gather yourself together, O nation, not desire," and that is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's who
right.
that is. The ones that are in the ghettos, the barrios, in the prisons. These are the nation not desired, and uh, you are Israelites. Who are Israelites? You know what I'm saying? It ain't talking about everyone, you know. But we got these pastors that are croaking. They are really dying. The COVID-19. Let me put the police in there too. The police, they are dying from COVID-19 at an alarming rate. Police officers and these wicked pastors, you know, because these pastors, you know what they're doing? They're misusing the tithe money since your great great greasy granny and your great great pappy, grandpappy were uh staples of this institutions, this church, the house of Satan. You know what I'm saying? It ain't these pastors ain't do nothing but teach their children to trap you in the same trap. Got you coming to church with your kids, giving them money and not reading no scripture, not breaking down no precept, not saving nobody from anything. And at the most, they are committing all the crimes that they filthy mind could come up with. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Buying lustful things, you know, selling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out. You know what I'm saying? Selling us out means definitely our death. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Being selfish, you know, they love the oppressor's ways. They love to shave the hair off their face when the Bible tells you to don't get a line up and have you a beard if you are a man. You know, our sisters are wearing blonde weave, uh, all these crazy things, uh, and teaching you that lies, so many lies that you are going up to this magical place in the sky, and you're gonna be with the Most High, and y'all gonna talk about all of the greatest secrets that He can tell you, you know, and it's that's a big wonderful breakfast or brunch when everyone's dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see everybody who you ever known, all these lives, and they teach you that one of the greatest lies is that the Most High, God loves everybody. God loves everybody. Where they say that at? You know what I'm saying in the Bible? Come on with it. Call the number. I gave you the numbers. I'll give it to you again. Buzz in right now. We can get it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the Most High said He hate Esau. You know, He hate Esau. Is what it said. You know what I'm saying? Esau is the so-called white man who is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? And he teaches these pastors tell you that all these lies. The God hates the sin, but not the sinner. But the scriptures say He hates the sin and the sinner. You know what I'm saying? That's the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He put you on her to sin and then say, "Oh, I love you still." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, I knew you was gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I knew you was gonna be a homosexual. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? I forgive you, son. I forgive you, my son. Nah, that ain't what's gonna happen. You're going to be punished. You know what I'm saying? Then another lie that the pastor. He's such a liar, man. That the law is done away with. And Christ said, not a dollar I or a cross of a T will any law be taken. You know what I'm saying? Taken away. You know what I'm saying? Until earth pass. You know what I'm saying? None of them are gonna be taken away. You know what I'm saying? He did not come to destroy the law, but to fulfill it. You know what I'm saying? But the pastor ain't telling the congregation that. He telling you that you sin. You know the devil gonna come. You know what I'm saying? The devil is not the red man under the ground with a bunch of minions. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to get you. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gonna get you, and it might just be a death angel. You know, or you might just drop dead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Those are like they greatest lies too.
Yeah.
You know, because guess what? It's like you know, and they hook our people on that.
Yeah.
With, you know, God loves you no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, and the person's like, oh, really? Like, He loved me even though I'm homosexual, even though I'm sleeping with poor, even though I celebrate holiday. You know what I'm saying? They be knowing that what they doing is evil. Even though I sell drugs, even though I smoke crack, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just make them come right on in the door, and they turn around and outside of all the money that they hold for that crack they smoke, they putting money in the bucket. They paying tithes.
Yeah.
You know, they make them feel obligated not to change their life, but to pay tithes. You know, by telling them, like you said, the law is done away with.
Yeah.
And that right there, oh, you ain't got to keep none of them old laws. I heard them say that too.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't got to keep them. That was way back in the Bible day. Like, what are we reading from today? Like, I'm talking about the Bible day. Like, I mean, what are you reading from? An English book or something? Or is this the Bible? You know, ain't this the damn Bible day too? You know, like what are you talking about?
Man.
So, like I said, there's a bunch of confusion in them churches. You know, I remember once I went to church. Me and one of the troopers, we went to a couple of churches, and we went to one over off of I think Walton, and the other one was out off of 367. And we went out there and we was going to debate this preacher. And we was the pastor. He didn't. The church was all women. Like that's who all was there. Nothing but women. And the debate was about the law, right? It was the laws done away with. Of course, the pastor was saying, yes, the laws of God are done away with.
Oh man.
Jesus died for your sins.
Oh man.
You do what you want, all this and all. God still love you and all that same old life. And so, as soon as I'm thinking this discussion is going to be with me and the pastor. All the women start throwing scriptures and talking and well, they say, "Oh, pastor, I got a scripture. Here go one." This supposed to be a debate between me and him.
Right.
And he turned around, his sister. Matter of fact, he kicked it off. He didn't even tell the women to hold up, wait, or something to the end. You know what I mean? Sister jumped up and threw her hand up in the air. You got something to say, sister? Yeah, pastor, I want to say this right here, this scripture right here. That she's straight breaking scriptures, reading and breaking it down, all that. And I'm like, good night. And the thing was over. You understand? The debate was horrible. All the confusion going on in that place.
Yeah, right.
Each sister was stating their opinion and what they thought, and pulling scriptures that ain't pertaining to the topic and the subject and all of it. Oh, it was terrible. But that's how he running his church. That's how he making his money off of the women. So of course he gonna tell them they can eat pork. They can do whatever they want to do. Right. They gotta listen to their husband. Yeah. All you gotta do is listen to the Lord. That's what you do. You tell that man come to church. That's the attitude that the pastor is throwing on our sister. Instead of them being obedient to their husband and doing what they say, like what God said, like the Kimmy. They said, "Oh, don't listen to no man but God." But God said, "Listen to your man." Like, why in the hell are you with me if you don't do what I tell you to do? Like that's crazy. But like I said, but it's nothing but a bunch of confusion going on in those churches. And our brothers and our sisters that's in there, they love that mess. They love it because guess what? You can sing the confusion away. The song take away from the confusion. All because what's the name? What's that old saying that they used to sing back in the day? It's something. Damn, I forgot that one lady name, but she was like Mahalia Jackson out there. Yeah, just because you can sing like Mahalia Jackson, you know what I mean? Like it's so funny. They start singing that song, and then that woman did the chords and them goddamn strings. She get to pulling them off, and it's something. It just touch you, chills and shaking what she sing. She blowing. You really thinking that's the Lord? It's just that this woman can blow.
Right.
She can sing. For real. What nigga that sing can't? You know what I mean? Right. They up there singing because they can. And the preachers hire the best damn singers to come sing and blow the roof off their damn church. They start singing, boy, and the goddamn chills get to running through you. That woman get to blowing all them. Man, look at her. Hitting all them notes. You know what I'm saying? And hearing it, you thinking the Lord is moving through her. You think the Lord is telling you something. You think the Lord is trying to tell you to get your life together. No, he told you in the Bible to keep his laws. That's what he told you. And you is waiting because you think you hear voices in your head. Just you need more Ritalin than you giving your goddamn kids. You hearing voices and talking about what God told me to give that man $2. But he didn't tell you to stop eating pork, though. You understand? God didn't tell you that you're going to keep getting high and you're going to get sick and you're going to, lose this and that and have to get this amputated and that. He didn't tell you that, though. But then when you get the sickness and the disease, you go to church again. I got to get the prayer warriors to pray for you. So you want everybody in church stand up and say a prayer for you, and your sickness goes nowhere. The disease goes nowhere. What's that gangrene? You still getting that gangrene. Right. You still getting that toe or that foot cut off or that leg because you eating stuff that you're not supposed to be eating. That's a punishment. But they swear up and down that that's the Lord. And I, for the life of me, God only tell them something about money.
Yeah, right.
God don't never tell them nothing that would okay, you finna have a car accident today. You know what I'm saying? Don't go nowhere. Take off from work. You understand? Right. My child, listen to me. Don't go to work today. You're going to wreck your car. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, God only tell them, oh, God said I'm finna get a new job. God said I'm finna get that car I want off that car lot. You know, that's all it is, man. That's all they want. They want to be just like the pastor. The pastor's robbing you, so they gonna rob God with all of them old false prayers and things that they doing when you just don't simply understand that it's just your income that's buying the things that you want. You know, you got an income, you can get you a nice house. You got the credit, you make the credit score. If you can get the car, you can do all of that. But here it is, you think, oh God, better than bless me, God, ooh, thank you, Jesus. Until the repo, what was that show that came out, California Repo or something like that? Until they show up, you know, now it's, oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Nah, Jesus ain't with that tow truck driver. You know? That tow truck driver don't care about Jesus.
You don't give a damn.
That tow truck driver don't give a damn about, let me tell you something. Your mortgage company, he don't give a damn about no Jesus.
Right.
And you ain't paying his mortgage in 3 months.
Right.
Matter of fact, in 2 months, he's sending people out to take pictures of the house that they about to take the next month. You understand? That's how they get down. Okay? The mortgage company don't give a damn about no Jesus. You can plead the blood and pour blessed oil all around the perimeter and your grass. You can make a whole damn line. You can walk your property line with some blessed oil, and guess what? That still ain't gonna stop the goddamn the damn mortgage company from putting your ass out, for them coming in and setting all of your belongings out. As a matter of fact, I can take that back. They passed a law here in St. Louis to where they not supposed to put all that stuff out on the curb no more. So they supposed to. The mortgage company, no, seriously, that's what I used to do. They supposed to hire a contractor, send somebody to come and haul off all of your large belongings, like dressers, beds, TV, so whatever you got large, they got to haul that stuff off. The bank is responsible for getting rid of that. So they just put a few things out there to let people know that you got set out. It'd be something that the trash man can come pick up. Mm-hmm. A couple of bags, couple of boxes, you know what I'm saying? But they have to clean it up. They can't set you out no more like that. But they will put a few things out there to let everybody know that you just lost your goddamn house. Right. They still do that. Because he's still the damn devil. So right. And he don't give a damn about no Jesus. You can plead the blood. You can actually have a damn vial of blood in your pocket. Mm-hmm. And guess what? That boy, you do? You plead the blood? Okay, well, I played with you to pay your bill. And you still haven't paid. So guess what? Time to go. Okay? I'm telling you, they evil. Right. Well, they the devil, man. They are evil as hell. You know what I'm saying? Right. And these preachers, man, we wouldn't be in these conditions had they just told us the truth. Right. If they just tell black people the damn truth, that's so hard. Like, man, I didn't know it was this easy. You understand? Like, till I came in here and started doing it for myself. Once I started following the man over me, this is easy to do. You understand? Like, the Christian church make it so difficult. They make it sound difficult. No, man, it was only one perfect man, and that was Jesus. Yeah. Okay, well, you're supposed to be Christ-like, right? So why ain't we all striving for perfection, to be perfect? Why are we making excuses?
So, go
ahead, Amar.
And then when they saying that, they ain't talking about black Jesus.
Right. No.
They talking about Caesar Borgia.
Exactly.
They give you that vision.
God,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? That's
right. That's their true Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
That white man, that is their God. That's who they see. When they say Jesus, and when they sing those songs to Jesus, and about the love of Jesus, and the blood of Jesus, and the damn heart of Jesus, and the liver of Jesus, and the pancreas of Jesus, that's what they talking about. They talking about that Jesus, that white Jesus. Right. That's what they talking about. They talking about white Jesus.
Yeah.
Because that's what matters to them in the Christian church. White Jesus, man. You understand? Not the real Jesus. Not the real Christ. Because guess what? The real Christ wasn't with none of that stuff that's going on in the church.
Right.
He wouldn't be, he sure enough wouldn't be babbing no tambourine. Right. He definitely wouldn't be in the choir.
It's a lot. Trunk or treat.
He definitely ain't gonna participate in none of your trunk or treat.
Man.
And open your trunk and give kids. That's what they think Christ's coming back for.
Yeah.
They think he's coming back to trunk or treat.
Yeah.
They think he's coming back to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They think he's coming back to celebrate New Year's. He'll be prepared with all the sinners. You understand? They really think that's what Christ coming back for. That's not what the scriptures say.
Right.
That is not in the scripture. The scripture first say the day of the Lord, boy, it's gonna be, oh
Terrible.
my God, it's gonna be death everywhere.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible. They really and then when they talk about Christ and his garment, vesture, and everything dripping in blood, what do you think that's for? He's gonna come back killing a whole lot of people.
With the sword.
Okay, you understand? That's right, and that's a nice one too, man. You should have bought me one. That's a nice one like that. I
See
like
if I
that.
can get you one.
Yeah. See, hook cap up. You
Right.
understand? Just kidding. But until then, I'll roll with this one. Okay, I'll roll with this one.
Nah, man, we gotta upgrade you, man.
I'll roll with this one. Okay, or I'll get that one, the big one on the wall.
Oh, damn right.
You understand? No, but seriously, man. I mean, just everything. Like, I cannot see. Well, yes, I can. The Christians just don't read the Bible.
Right.
Just don't read it. Because when you go in there, because that's what I did. When I came in here, and once they started breaking down, once generals and captains started breaking down what this stuff really meant, I read the Bible almost like 10 times by myself before I came here. Didn't pay attention to nothing. I ain't catch none of it.
Right.
I just read it, and I knew about now the one scripture that I did hold on to, I ain't gonna lie, was a man that finds a wife, finds a good thing. And I want to meet some good things. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all and then what's so crazy, how I was in the world and singing out of my mind, I missed the part right after that, where it said, well, he find favor from the Lord. And you do when you get a wife. Now that's the thing that the preacher should be teaching, brother. Because when you go out there and you be a whoremonger, you just what they call the smashing chicks. You're gonna get diseases. You're going to get AIDS. You're going to get all kinds of things. And thank God none of that happened to me. You understand? I mean, because I've seen and heard of people having sex and pulling what we call in the world some whole ish one time and got it. You heard me? And I don't even want to tell you how many times that old guy I knew did it. You understand? And was playing dice every day. You understand? Was gambling every day, man. You know what I mean? And I know some sister. It was a sister, man, that called into I think it was the Mayor Bosley show. Her husband gave her AIDS. Her husband did it to her. Now this woman, she ain't out being no whore. She ain't none. You understand? She wasn't doing none of that. But her husband brought it to her. So I mean, man, that's a real gamble. Sinning against the Lord is a gamble. You are taking a gamble. I looked at how some of like the brothers I grew up with, the sisters I grew up with, man, they dead now. And I'm talking about coming out of school. Am I lying about it? A lot of the folks we went to school with dead, on dope. I mean, some of the ones that was most likely to succeed in life, in class, they ain't doing nothing. Yeah, this is one sister, man, I went to school with. This sister was extremely popular, dressed her ass off. I mean, was funny as hell too. And I mean, man, last time I seen that sister, man, she barely had teeth in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And the few that was in her mouth was brown as all get out, like she just don't even brush it. And I mean, and she was just as dusty and crusty as shit. I was like, God, they're like, what happened? What in the hell happened? And we're saying against the Lord. That's what happened.
That's right.
And these preachers are responsible for not teaching us properly.
Right. Yeah.
They stood up and said that they are the leaders of this people. And look at how they led us astray. They led us nothing but astray. To the point to where our sisters, they out here hoeing around. Our brothers is out here, they whoremongering too. They going around too. They selling drugs. Hell, so many sisters sell drugs now. I remember when back in the day when I was younger, they used to talk about the men for them doing it. Now all the goddamn sisters are selling. Right along with they man. They selling it too. I watched what was that? For My Man. I be watching shows. I watched For My Man. And this sister, she turned around, she was gorgeous too, man. Benjamite. And the brother was Benjamite too. And man, they turned around and the brother was selling that dope. He had to have his sister her. He said, she bad. He had to have her. Introduced her to the game, boy, and they both was getting it. You know what I mean? I said, dang.
Dang.
Till they ended up getting locked up and they both got, I think it was, he got 25 years and she got 22. You know? Now,
Good night.
had they had this truth and known not to sell drugs, they would be out free with us serving the Most High, not being in jail. Lord knows what's happening to them. Oh my God, only God knows what's happening to them in prison. I know a brother, he had just got out about 2 years ago. I grew up with this guy. He turned around and went in and came out a homosexual with AIDS. You understand? He got, I don't know if he gave in or, you know what I'm saying, it was always in him, or he ended up getting raped or something in prison. You know, he came home and passed it to his woman before he died too. Passed it to her.
Dang.
You know, because everybody, when they saw him, they said, man, you can tell he been touched, man. You can tell he been touched. You know, it was just that vibe coming off of, you know, he probably, I mean, I guess to survive, he was probably his girlfriend or something. You know, so like I said, ain't no telling what's happening to that Benjamin brother and that sister in there. You know,
Right.
if it happened to niggas in the hood, hey, you from the hood too. And now you in there, you know. So, hey, they don't discriminate in prison. You know, they do not discriminate in prison, man. So, you know, like I said, this is the preacher's fault.
Damn right.
Had they been teaching the sheep like what they claim they shepherds, you the shepherds, you supposed to look out for the sheep.
That's right.
You supposed to care for the sheep. You supposed to give your life for the sheep. The pastor ain't doing them to give you a song and a dance.
Damn right.
That's what he's giving to the sheep, a song and a dance. You know, and expecting for you to give to him. He got all the goddamn money, taking it from you and the rest of the members, and then he's expecting for you to give him more.
Right.
Force you with that. All right, I know y'all got that time money this week. I know y'all got paid. I know y'all got paid this week. I know y'all don't want to play with Jesus, not like that. You better give them tithes. And I used to actually preach that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to hear that all the time.
It's a lot.
Go ahead, bro.
Then they using tactics when it's time to collect the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They got the goon squad at the door.
Oh.
You can't even go use the
Oh.
bathroom when
Right.
it's time to
They,
collect the money.
no, sir. They blocked the door.
Damn.
That's right.
You're right. They
Money
blocked the door.
It's time, baby.
Mm-hmm.
They blocked the doors.
Yeah.
And guess what they do? What they say? The doors for the church is now. Oh no! Shut that door! Shut that door! You understand?
Yeah.
We got to get this paper.
Yeah.
You know, we got to get this money out of these people. And you are absolutely right.
All right.
They all block the door, whether it be a man or a woman.
God.
In most cases, it's men.
Right.
I done seen them deacons go block the door because they want they cut.
Yeah.
They want they pay for the week, so they make sure that door be blocked. You know, but
Yeah.
you right about they do. They collected that ransom. You know,
Yeah.
that's terrible, man. That is terrible. Yep.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Damn right. They evil bastards. That's exactly what they are.
God.
And before I get that article, that I got it's 3 points I'm gonna touch before we end the class. But the article gonna be my it's gonna be my my last point I'm gonna touch on. But I'm gonna go right here in Amos chapter 5. Amos chapter 5 and 21. Because like Cap said, you know, they don't teach pastors don't teach you what you shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? They teaching you everything that the evil things that you can do. You know what I'm saying? And tell you that the Lord gonna forgive you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Which is a lie. You know what I'm saying? But like I brought out in the story about Paul in the prison. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High shook the foundations of the whole prison, and they got up out that thing. You know what I'm saying? Where them singing a war song. You know what I'm saying? Songs about war, songs about Israel. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Most High thinks about your gospel songs and you celebrating holidays the trunk or treats and the Easters and Christmas, which is the celebration of the birthday of Nimrod, king of Babylon. Wow. Just so happy he's the king of Babylon, born on the 25th of December, and everyone celebrating that day all around the damn world. You know what I'm saying? Good night. But we're gonna start first with the holidays, and that's Amos 5:21.
Amos chapter 5,
As
verse
joined.
21. I despise your feast days, and will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Right. So the Most High just said he despised every East and every one holiday that the white man tells you that you supposed to celebrate to
Right.
be a good old American. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You are not an American. You don't even know your nationality. You were robbed of your nationality. You were robbed of your heritage, your language, and everything that the Most High gave to you. You were robbed for it. You should be angry. You should be hot. You should be to the point where you fed up. You should be mad to the point where you need to be in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana with all black on and your boots on, or sitting in the women's side of the class with your head covered and learning from the priests and the prophets.
Damn right.
That's where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Drop down to verse 23, because we're gonna get into your gospel songs. You know what I'm saying? That good old gospel music. You getting that song and that show and that dance, and you up there in that church, and that organ hit you up the side of your spine, and you all of your feelings,
Yeah.
because you believe you deserve a man that you want him to be how you want him to be. You deserve a man for this reason. You deserve a man for that reason. There are no real men in the Christian church. There are
Right.
homosexuals and sexual deviants. That's what we're gonna get into this this article I'm about to bring up. But this verse right here is for your gospel singing, praise dancing, cohorts. You people who are helping the oppressor and the pastor destroy our people. Go ahead.
God. Amos chapter 5, verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
The noise of what?
Thy songs.
Keep going.
For I will not hear the melody of thy vows.
The Most High said he don't want to hear none of that mess, man. Shut
Right.
up, man. You don't care about none of that. None of your favorite gospel singers every Sunday morning riding around blasting that mess. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing. He's hating it. You know what I'm saying? He don't want none of that. You
Yeah.
can miss him with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't fooling nobody but yourself.
Yeah.
Listening to that mess, thinking you're gonna get a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Only people gonna receive a blessing are the people that are in the ISUPK. That's
Right.
who's going to get the blessing. You know,
Yeah. And what is hard to get a Christian to understand is this right here, it applies directly to your holiday songs as well.
damn right.
To where the Lord is saying that I hate and I despise your feast day. The feast day is the day that you celebrate. And here in America, we've all been taught to celebrate holidays, the American holidays. You know, hell, we picked up some of the African ones, the Kwanzaa,
Oh man.
and what else did we turn around? It's the Irish one. What is that? St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
What else they got us celebrate? Go ahead.
Chinese New Year.
The who?
Chinese New Year.
The Chinese New Year. Oh yeah, they doing that too. You understand? They got us doing, huh?
Can't forget 420 day.
No, yeah, they got 420 made up some nonsense.
420 day.
They done made up some garbage. You understand?
Yeah.
That's sick too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to these holidays on Christmas, the take away the noise from our vows is Jingle bells,
Right.
jingle bells. You understand? That's the song that you sing on these days. You
Yeah.
know? And good Lord, don't let Motown put on Christmas hit.
Motown Chris.
Oh my God, boy, it sounds like it's original. Like this must be played.
Yeah.
It's Christmas. It's time to celebrate. You understand? Hang all the mistletoes. I want to get to know you better. Okay,
That's
you
right.
man, I'm telling you, boy, you put on that Motown, and then don't put Mariah Carey's on.
So,
You know what I mean? Don't put her Christmas hit on there. You know, don't put her CD in there. Or who else got one?
Boys the Man.
Boy, oh my God! Don't
No,
put
you
them
gotta
cats.
put theirs up.
Don't put them cats on either. You understand?
Yeah.
And these brothers and sisters have made these holidays famous for these songs. With the songs
Right.
they done made.
Right.
Bing Crosby, who the hell was listening and paying attention to him? Nobody. I mean, hell, they songs is just as boring as the songs they sing in the church, in a white church. You know what I mean? Like it's all boring. But then you came and blew the roof off the church. You hyped, you turned up, you know, and it turned around and got master looking at you like, damn, like how's these people so turned up like this? You know what I
Right.
mean? Here it is, hell, I'm beating them all the rest of the week. They feet hurt, they ain't got shoes on, they picking cotton 17, 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? And here it is come Sunday, boy, they rocking and swaying and singing and Jesus, Jesus, Jesus come Sunday. You know? And it's just
Yeah.
amazing to them, you know, how like King David said, how can I sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Right.
Like I'm a slave here. Like you know, we slave, we captives. You know what I mean? What do we have to sing about? You know, like all the gospel songs. It's just the whole mentality of Christianity is that you're gonna live such a horrible, horrible life, but one day when you see Jesus, it's gonna be all over with. You know, and then that's when you're gonna live like that don't even make sense. Why do we have to go through this hell now? And then when I die, he's supposed to wake me up and then bring me into heaven and then make everything all good. That don't even make sense. And guess what? It's not even in the Bible. It's not even in the Bible. That's magic. That's nonsense. That's a lie.
That's
That
right.
you're gonna turn around and you're gonna sin and you're gonna sin, and then God is just gonna be with you and you're gonna feel so sorry for you. And because of Jesus, because of him dying, he's just gonna bring you up into heaven and be with the Lord.
No.
Like how you gonna stand next to the Lord with pork on your breath? You know what I mean? Come on, man. You smoke cool, don't you? Oh, Newports. I'm sorry. And you didn't tell me that the Lord gonna have you standing next to His throne with cool filter kings on your breath. What you say? 420 a mile? You gonna be smoking cigarettos? Man, I was in the store the other day. A brother bought about 40, 50 of them goddamn things. Damn cigaretto or whatever the hell it is for. But he had a big bag. I'm thinking, God damn.
Salaki.
Go ahead, upon.
Negroes better hope Christ don't come back on 420.
Oh man,
Man.
look, if they still doing what they do on 420, they better hope he don't come back like
Man.
that. Oh,
Straight
if
up.
he came here and cleaned it up first. You know what I mean? Because man, it don't even matter. You
Man.
know, so like I said, man, but it's these Christian pastors, you know, they just refuse to teach the people properly. You know?
Right.
So go ahead. Al.
Man, give me that article. You gotta get that before we.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. It says black churches and sexual violence.
Yep.
All right, where you want me to start at?
Start at the right up under his introduction.
Evidence-based research.
He describes who he is, then it starts off.
Discussion.
He describes who he is, then the
Okay, I got it.
kind of
So you want to read that part?
you skip where he describes who he is.
Okay, got it. All right, it says with an increase in child sexual abuse cases in the Roman Catholic Church, along with various black church denominations, including the largest Pentecostal body in the world, the Church of God in Christ.
The Church of who?
God in Christ.
Let's go.
It has become increasingly apparent that there is not a widespread public and national conversation about children and the sexual violence they experience both within and outside of black church communities.
Right. So right here it's saying ain't nobody giving a damn about these kids who are being molested and traumatized inside the church and the people who are not even in the church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just not they just not doing it in the church and keeping it there. This wicked shit is spreading all the way outside the church. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to be in church to become a victim of these people. Keep going.
Yeah. And so like to add on to what you just said, statistically, the people that get molested is molested by people that call themselves Christians.
That's right.
To be whether they are active members in the church or they just one of the ones that don't go to church but claim to believe in Jesus and claim to believe in God.
Right.
And that's what they're talking about. And like I said, it turned around and the church started doing it.
Right.
And started making excuses for it.
Yeah.
And of course it turns around and it'll leave the church because a lot of kids have been molested at the church, man.
Yep.
You know, and then it turned around and trickled on down to hell. They can start doing it in the homes.
Yeah.
You know, a brother had questioned me about a family that I grew up with today, and he said, man, I heard it was a bunch of incest thing going on with them. He said, man, something wrong with all of, you know, and I'm like, it probably was true. You know, and 9 times out of 10, that probably was true, you know. And so I was like, dang, you know. And I never even heard that, you know, growing up with him, you know, living down the street from him. I didn't. But he said, man, they was telling me this and telling me that. And, you know, the word got out and who said it and I'm like, oh my God. You know, and this brother, he's actually with one of the girls in the family. You know, this is his woman. And he said she had told him that, yes, it did happen to her. You know, that she was molested by her uncle. So you can pretty much believe everything else that happened coming up out the house.
Damn right.
You know, for her to, you know, and you know, admit that. And I'm sure she's not lying. You know, I'm sure she's not lying about it. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's happened. And these people never went to church, but they believe in Jesus, though. But like you said, Caesar Borgia, Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
White Jesus.
Not black Jesus.
Not the real Jesus.
They ain't who they talking about.
Exactly. So, yeah. And this is why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because they believe in Jesus. Jesus died for my sins. So I can do whatever I want. They can molest children and get away with it.
Right.
And that's why they're doing it.
Right.
That's why these preachers are doing just that.
Right. The press are doing it, so why can't I get away with it?
Right. God, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump turned around and he molested his daughter. I know he did.
Yeah, I seen that.
I know he molested that Ivanka and probably them boys too.
I
wouldn't doubt it. He looked like a nasty bastard, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I would, you know, he turned around and he damn near grabbed his daughter by the box, didn't he?
Yeah.
He grabbed her from the back and, you know, holding on to her butt. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Unless you are a pervert.
His own Salak, his own wife don't even hold his hand. She won't even hold it. She won't even touch it.
Look, man, that's what happened when you buy a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what happened when you buy one instead of getting one that really wants you. You know what I mean? You get you one that really wants you, and look, he was doing that and switching up every. How many years was he switching wives?
I think it was like 2
years. Something like every 2 years he get him another. He divorced that one and get him a new one.
Yeah.
And he was doing that ever since I was little.
Yeah.
Ever since he opened his first damn hotel and casino, he been doing that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You keep going.
Keep going.
All right. The National Center for Juvenile Justice notes that nearly 70% of all reported sexual assaults, including assaults on adults, are experienced by children ages 17 and under.
Right.
National statistics show that 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused, and according to Prevent Child Abuse Texas, children who are abused are 30% more likely to be arrested for a violent crime as an adult.
Right. Stop right there. So he said 1 in 6 boys in the church are molested or abused and are prone to committing a violent act or criminal act in the future because they are destroyed. You know what I'm saying? They are angry. They are misled by men who's supposed to be of God and supposed to mentor and teach them the way to be a man, and they molested them. You know what I'm saying? They abused them. And these pastors, like I said, they're going to be destroyed. You know, the Most High told us to love one another, not to love to molest one another. We weren't told to do that. You know what I'm saying? By these pastors are for hire, while they are here to steal from blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because their daddy, the devil, the so-called white man, told them to do it, and they being dumb and doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? The Most High tell us that money is the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? But they are for the dough. You know what I'm saying? They are for pouring their people out to the devil. And like I said, the devil is not under the ground. He is Donald Trump. He is the Pope. The devil is the Weinstein. The devil is the so-called Jewish man over in our land, being an imposter, being the synagogue of Satan. That's who the devil is. The devil is the Rothschilds. The devil is the Bilderbergs. He's Wall Street. It is all those things. These men who in these limousines riding around, jet flying, high flying, up in the mansions. Like he said, ordering whore from whore, marrying whore from whore. You know what I'm saying? That these are the devils. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Don't forget your Vanilla Isis.
Oh yeah.
They're the devil too.
Damn right. Vanilla Isis and your Eminem. You know what I'm saying?
Eminem is the devil. The Bible speaks.
Devil.
Charlie Sheen is the devil. The Bible speaks.
Most definitely.
Brad Pitt is the devil. The Bible speaks.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
What's that white girl? Britney Spears.
Oh yeah.
Is the devil. The Bible speaks of. What's that one that wore that ham, the pork chop dress? What's her name? Go ahead,
sis.
Jake Paul.
What's her name?
That was Cyrus when Miley Cyrus wore that.
No, but Miley Cyrus is the devil. The Bible speaks of.
Like Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is the devil. The Bible speaks of. You understand? All of them. They are the devil. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
You know? So, we can't get away from that fact. And we're going to bring out a couple of things about these COVID cops.
Right.
On our Sunday show.
Damn right.
You know, and how they haven't changed not one bit, like nothing. A pandemic ain't even going to change some people. To where they might die during the pandemic as well. But guess what? Their hatred for you just surpasses anything else that you can imagine. You know, anything that you can imagine, man, there's no touching it when it comes to how much they hate us.
It's a lot. Sidebar. I just seen a video where they had a sister out and there was a puddle of water alongside the curb. And he wrestled her down, and you already know he can overpower her. You know what I'm saying? She's struggling and squirming a little bit. But you were the whole man, you know what I'm saying? He basically was down there, drowned her in a puddle of water, talking about stop resisting. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil, man.
And he would have drowned.
Yeah.
He would have drowned. And just said, hey, she was resisting.
Yep.
That's what he would have claimed.
Yep.
He would say he was scared for his life. She was resisting, so he had to put her down.
Yeah.
You know, and he'd have went home. He'd have got, what they call it when the time off with pay. He'd have gave him the pay. They baked him a couple of cakes and a couple of pies.
Right.
And told him they can't wait till they see him back at work. You know, that's what they would have done. They don't care about murdering her.
Salami.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can drop that. Because basically, that article was I brought that out to let us know, to teach us that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you know what I'm saying?
So like,
Go ahead.
let me read a little bit.
Go ahead.
I like what's in it. I like this article.
Let's go.
It said, it said, these numbers are important because they demonstrate the pervasive nature of child sexual abuse across racial and ethnic lines, and they also shed light on the ways child sexual abuse is nuanced by gender, class, citizenship, black sexual politics,
Right.
racism,
Uh-huh.
poverty, and the school to prison pipeline.
Oh, yes.
And then it says, many survivor activists have pushed black churches in particular to think about its complacency. Complacency in the rape and sexual assault of countless women, men, children, gender, non-conforming, queer, transgender, and poor Christians and non-Christians. And yet the black church continues to turn a blind eye to the reality of racial sexual violence.
Hold up. Read that again. So they can get that through their thick ass skull, man. That's blatant. That's blatant. That's straight to the point right there.
Yeah.
This is what your church and your pastors are all about, right here. Let's go.
Many survivor activists have pushed black churches, in particular, to think about its complacency in the rape and sexual assault of countless men, countless women,
Yep.
men, children, gender, non-conforming, queer, transgender, and poor Christians and non-Christians. And yet, the black church continues to turn a blind eye to the reality of racial sexual violence.
Right. And you know why they're turning a blind eye to all these atrocities, these astronomical, you say countless.
Countless, yeah.
Countless. You know what I'm saying? They turning a blind eye to countless acts of abominations in this place for what? The money.
Yeah.
They're doing it for the money, man.
Mm-hmm.
They are deemed essential by President Trump as of this week for the money. Nothing else. Not to save your soul. Not for you to have a personal relationship with God. It ain't for none of that. You know, which is a lie. It's because of they want the money. They want your money, and they've been getting it, and they want it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that's all about. You want to read any more of that, or I'll get this last scripture in.
No. That's too wild, bro. But that point
Yeah.
that this article just made was extremely heavy.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, it's countless. Like I said, the countless women and men and children, because men get raped in there too.
Yeah.
You know, they got pastors that they have been trying to bring the court into justice for years for forcing themselves on grown men.
Yeah.
You know, we pulled out the articles and saying the stories about them several different times where they forcing it on a grown ass man. Like it's just gonna be fight to the finish. Like you're gonna have to take me dead. Not alive in no case like that, man.
Right.
I'm not going to let you do that to me. You're gonna get the corpse. That's the only way that's gonna have to get done to me. is a corpse, but these people is actually living to tell the goddamn story.
Yeah.
Or this man that they thinking is they pastor, they friend, and you can call on him and all of that, man. They forcing themselves on them, let alone the weak man, the women, and the children. You understand? If that ain't enough for you to step in and want to do something, but they even doing it to the men, you know. And what's so sad is they turn around and say that the black church continues to turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
And you know why that is, because they are a part of it.
And Salaki,
And go ahead.
that's why the scripture said they are the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? They're turning a blind eye. You know what I'm saying? They blind to what the oppressor is putting on us and using them to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're using our own people since the Sadducees and Pharisees. You know what I'm saying? Using our own people to destroy us,
Yeah.
which is a damn shame.
It is. It is. And I mean it's all over. Read this one little last part. It says every congregation contains victims of sexual violence.
Yep.
And I don't think they heard it. I'm gonna say it again.
Right.
Every congregation contains victims of sexual violence. Guess what? There ain't no victims in this congregation.
That's right.
There ain't no victims in the ISUPK. You know what I mean? No woman is gonna have to worry about her body being taken from her in here. Okay? Even if my sister don't have a man, I will put an end to someone trying to take your body.
That's right.
You understand? You ain't gotta worry about that. A child in her don't have to be completely safe. Kappa take care of that. You know what I mean? Go tell Kappa that somebody did something, and we will take care of that.
That's right.
You understand? We ain't playing that message here. Talking about something. Every congregation contains victims of sexual violence.
Every
But
congregation.
this is supposed to be the house of God.
Right.
This is supposed to be the place to where people come to find Jesus and get the love of God. And when they get there, they get the old twisted, freaky, nasty love of their goddamn pastor.
Right.
To where here it is, that's a goddamn shame.
Yeah.
Every congregation contains victims of sexual violence. That
Yes,
is
sir.
disgusting.
Yes, sir.
It says every church with women, men, boys, and girls, or the elderly contains victims of sexual violence. They getting them all.
Yeah.
They getting the men, they getting the women, they getting the old women, they getting the old men.
Oh,
They
hell
doing it
yeah.
to whoever they want to.
Right.
They got demons. They doing it to kids. Like I said, it's a goddamn shame.
Then Salaki, on top of all that sexual stuff, you got the fraudulent stuff too.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? They robbing millions. People trying to invest in the church. What the lady over here invested their money in that church,
God, yeah.
and the pastor
Pastor
took the money.
Took the money. Took a couple of million from that sister.
You know,
Yep.
probably threw her out on her butt.
I'm sure he did once she got complaining about her money. I'm sure he did. Boy, it took everything in me to keep my hands from around that pastor neck.
Man.
Oh my God. Yeah, he played. He played a cold. And guess what? He still got members.
Right.
People kept going to that church, man.
Salaki, wolves in sheep's clothing, like the scriptures say.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They look good, and they sound good, and they good, but they are hypocrites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all they are. You know what I'm saying? And you got some more? You want go ahead.
Whether an individual confides in the church leaders, family, or friends, or chooses to remain silent, there is no church void of the people whose lives are changed by experiences of sexual violence. There's no church, whether
No
they tell
church.
people or not.
No
All
church.
right? Then it says, because every church contains persons affected by sexual violence, the church must respond, because sexual violence affects every aspect of our communities, including our religious and spiritual lives. The church must respond, because silence is a response of tolerance. And it says again, the church must respond. And these are words that came from Monica Coleman.
Right.
You understand? And she is the from the Dinah Project. Okay, and these were her words. You know what I'm saying, that she ended up saying in response to, you know, what's taking place. You know, and
Salaki,
that's sad.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Salaki, but we all know that they're not going to respond.
God,
Only person, only entity on the place on the face of this earth that is going to respond is the ISUPK.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna almost, I guarantee you, 75% of the classes that I'm going to teach are going to be whipping pastors' ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna do it. And I get the orders to switch it up, then I'm gonna switch it up. But until then, pastors, I'm on your bumper. You know what I'm saying? No homo. It's like that for you. Just let me put it that way. You know what I'm saying? St. Louis street terms. It's like that for you, Pastor. You know what I'm saying? You got any more you want to bring out on that?
Nah, that's it. Cause I
Alright.
read the whole article.
I already know it's heavy.
It is.
And we got it in the archive. So
It is.
yeah. Give me Jeremiah 23:1 down to verse 2. Then we're gonna close it out.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
Stop right there. They say, woe be unto the pastors. That means, woe means death and destruction. Like the title of this class, that these pastors are going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is doing just what he said he's going to do. There are pastors dropping in droves. They are falling off like leaves from a tree. You know what I'm saying? That is what's happening to these pastors. And he also said that he scattered the sheep of his pastors. You know what I'm saying? His people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what the pastors are doing. That's why they are dying. Give me verse 2.
God, therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that
Against the who?
against the pastors
Go
that
ahead.
feed my people,
Right.
ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
The Most High said he gonna visit upon you the evil of your doing.
Right.
You pastor, you are going to lose. You are a loser. You scatter his flock, his people. You drive them away from the Most High in Christ, from the Spirit of the Lord. That's what you do, and you are going to be punished. You are worse than a earthworm in a foot track. You are lower than the scum on the bottom of the Frigidaire. You are a piece of filth. You are a speck of grime. That's exactly what you are. And you are being destroyed as we speak. No questions, no comments. With that, I'm going to end the class. Shalom, Israel.